Dan with S3 Archery here. Wanted to bring you just a quick stumping update for you. Kind of at the beginning of spring, I had this idea that I wanted to test out because I had seen, everyone's familiar with the glue-ons for wood and then the screw-ins for carbon or aluminum. And I thought to myself, well, is there a benefit to doing a glue-on tip to an aluminum or a carbon arrow using just an adapter that allows you to do this? And so I went out and I bought some of the glue-on adapters that I use for my broadheads and glued on some of the Judos to the regular aluminum. And so here's an example that I have, and then I wanted to compare that to the regular screw-in type. And what I had found is that my aunt had picked up, I believe these are some Carbon Express ones, and we'll get a close-up, but you can see kind of the difference between those possibly. This one here on your right is going to be the Carbon Express version, and it has 5 prongs on it and has kind of a blunt head. And then the traditional Zwicky on your left has kind of a pencil-y type point on here and only has 5. And I thought, well, what a great opportunity this summer and kind of spring and fall to test out and see, A, does a glue-on one give you more stability? Does your arrow have more longevity to it versus a screw-in one? And then B, does something with 5 springs and a blunter point pull easier, or is it more durable? And what I found after shooting several extremely hard stumps is that those glue-in ones would end up popping out on me. And so here's an example, and I am shooting aluminum arrows, and it's the glue-in style adapter within a glue-on Judo. And the glue-on Judo stayed firm to the actual adapter, but my adapter would pop out. Obviously there's going to be some fault as far as what you use for adhesives and other things. I use the standard hot melt, which I've been very happy with, but that was just something that was interesting and I didn't expect it. I kind of thought that a lot of these aluminum arrows were going to be bending, but the aluminum arrows were perfect, and what would happen is that the arrow would actually eject off the embedded head with the adapter still in the head. And so that was pretty interesting. Obviously the benefit though of the glue-in style is that you're not having to retwist it, which is great. And so I definitely am a huge fan of these glue-on ones, and they flew the same regardless, even though they stick out so much further from your arrow. But on those really, really hard-hitting shots, or the stumps that you should really try to avoid, but I didn't, I found that they ejected off and left this in there. So kind of an interesting thing from that standpoint. And then as far as the update of the Judo style versus that competitor, once again, left to right, I found that neither one of them was easier to pull. They were both basically the same. I thought just the physics behind the blunt one and the 5 prongs would make it so they didn't embed very deeply. But the fact of the matter is that when you're shooting an arrow that has a lot of power, they're going in. And so there was absolutely no benefit that I found, one or the other. Whatever you find in your market, I think that you're going to be happy with though. I know some places you maybe can pick up one product where you can't pick up the other. So just wanted to give you a quick update on something that I thought was a really cool thing, and I love the concept. Put it to test and found out that for me, personally, if I'm not going to shoot really, really hard stuff, I like a glue-on with a glue-in adapter, but it's not going to give you any more strength. And an aluminum arrow, if you're not shooting extremely high poundage bows, you're going to be able to stump with that and still be very, very happy. So hopefully this helps you guys out, or at least entertains you. We'll catch you next time.